Welcome. My name is Mariah, and today we're going to be exploring neuroprosthetics and human perception. This is a groundbreaking technology that redefines the boundary between human and machine, known as the Luke arm. I want to get into some of the contents that we will be highlighting, which is, of course, the origins of Luke arm, the science behind it, specifically beyond those movements, why it fascinates many, including myself, but most importantly, the impact of present users. So, Luke Arm was developed by DECA Research and Development Corporation with funding from DARPA. The acronym of Luke stands for Life Under Kinetic Evolution, which is also inspired by Star Wars Luke Skywalker, I thought was funny. However, it is engineered for real world use for amputees. This is going to be designed to restore both functional and sensory connection. I want to highlight some of the science behind the Luke arm as well. And this is within the electrode interfaces, the sensory mapping, At the core of the Luke arm is a neutral interface system. Tiny sensors detect what's happening in the prosthetic, like how you're gripping something, and relay that data back, and relay the data through a control unit. Electrodes stimulate nerves that once were served in the hand, trickling the brain into believing the sensation is coming from the missing limb. Something that's fast, responsive, and remarkably natural. As for the sensory motor edge, these are some components I just wanted to simply highlight. One that did really reach out to me was the integrated sensory feedback, as this is something that has embedded sensors. They send data to onboard processors, which then activate stimulating electrodes surgically implanted in the residual limb. These electrodes interface with specific sensory, generating the perception of touch, pressure, and even an object at size. For as it gives the individual the ability to identify different materials such as metal, fabric, rubber, just from the sensations that were generated. So this arm is a modular and highly effective and adaptable to the individual. Traditional prosthetics often rely on trial and error or just basic opening and closing. As for the Luke arm, not only gives the individual backfire motor control, it lets them do things like zip up a jacket or hold their child's hand and feel it. Just the use of back to the use of activities of daily living. I wanted to also get into our impact on users, where this is where it's most important. So imagine being able to feel that click of a button or the texture of a towel after years without that sensation. That's the difference that this arm makes, the psychological impact, the functional gain, perceptual shift, and it restores one's autonomy. It reconnects the users with the environment, with themselves. And one in particular, it just gives them a part of their identity back because touch isn't just a function, it's deeply emotional. So, what does it mean to be fully human? This allows us to raise ethical questions as it's going to expand our understanding of the sensation and encourages the empath and inclusiony. So, I don't know what really draws me to this technology is not that it's just a function, but the deeper philosophical questions it can raise, as I just highlighted. What if we can recreate or enhance our senses? What if it is possible? Could we extend perception beyond human limits? And what new forms of embodiment will future generations experience? So let's look ahead into our future of the redefining human potential. It's a redefinition of what it means to touch, feel, and connect with the world. As we've seen, the Luke arm doesn't just restore motion, it reawakens sensation, identity, and autonomy. It proves that touch is more than a physical function. It's emotional, cognitive, and a social experience for many. This technology invites us to rethink where the limits of human perceptions lie. And more than that, it encourages us to imagine a future where technology doesn't replace humanity. However, it's going to expand it. Thank you.